It's another Boogie Travels video. This time I am inexplicably in New York. Just a few days ago I started off in southern Jersey, but decided to pack everything up and come up here to downtown New York. I am in Manhattan. And I'm probably not going to do all of the stuff that you would think I would do. I'm probably not going to do the Statue of Liberty, Freedom of Tower, stuff like that. I mostly just want to explore Times Square for the first time ever. So let's go do that. Now, this is my third time in New York. The first time I came out was for the PlayStation 4 launch. The second time I came out was for the Gaming Creator Summit of 2018. But I've never been able to do most of the stuff I wanted to do. Last time I was able to go to like Rockefeller Center and Rockefeller Square a little bit and hang out there. But I didn't really get to do Times Square, which is something I always wanted to do. I do want to do the Ripleys here. I want to do the Madame Tussauds. There's a bunch of stuff here that I want to do, but I mostly want to film with you guys on the streets of New York because I can finally walk the streets of New York. Feels really good, man. So let's go for a walk. Just now noticed this in my room. Now this is Times headlines, but I'm definitely noticing a theme here. 37 battle planes search for Amelia Earhart. The king of pop dies at 2009. What? There's so much macabre stuff on here. Weird. This is weird to have hanging in your room. Okay, I'm seeing good stuff now too, but at first all the bad stuff was popping out. That's kind of cool, I guess. Doesn't really look like a newspaper. Doesn't really look like news type, but I get what they're going for. Before heading out into the city, I actually laid down and took a little nap. And now that it's nighttime, you can see the moon in the sky. You can see everything all lit up. And check this out over here. If you look into this building, you can just see right into that building. You can see all of the desks where people work every day. You can see this restaurant floor, or maybe it's a bar. Really is fascinating. New York is just a really crazy city. It's wild that there are just so many people right on top of each other here. And if you could see the streets down below, which we can't, but if you could, you'd see exactly how full it is. We'll go there in a minute though, I'll show you. This is what the rest of the room looks like. I'm up on the 33rd floor and I asked for a room with a view. Doesn't get more beautiful than that. Very nice. Here we are on the streets of New York. This is 42nd Street. A lot of culture here. A lot of artists working. And you know where I'm going. I booked my hotel right next to this place on purpose. No, not Spirit Halloween. That's already closed. But there's going to be a Ripley's Believe It or Not video that you'll be able to see on the channel. So let's go in and check it out. All right, just coming out of Ripley's. Be sure to watch for that video. More art for you to pick up. Some for as cheap as $1. And yep, it's definitely 2019 because you can pick up this Fortnite piece of art as well. Wow, for only $1 for these smaller ones? That's a really, really good deal. If I had room on my luggage, I might be tempted to pick some of these up. I have to take a moment to enjoy this. I'm currently in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and here you can take a nice little lap around this balcony to see New York City below us. Ooh, Harry Potter. All right, guys, day 2 of New York. I'm going home today. I decided to fly out of LaGuardia, but before I did, I wanted to shoot a video for the travel channel for the Nintendo store, which is there behind me. It's very cool, and I didn't realize that we were this close to Rockefeller Center, so I thought I'd walk over here and show you guys that as well. Right down there at the end of the streets, you'll see the letters NBC. That's right, NBC Studios. Just right there. That's not where we're going. I don't think I'm ready for NBC just yet. Here we are at Rockefeller Center, deep in the heart of Manhattan. It's not my first time here. I was actually here back in 2018 for the Gaming Summit, where they held a party for us just right down here on the ice skating rink. As you can see, nobody's ice skating right now, but the Zamboni's getting it ready. People are waiting with their skates. This is really cool. And here we are at the heart of NBC. This is the famous building 30 Rock, where obviously the show 30 Rock was supposed to take place and be filmed. One of my favorite television shows of all time. I wonder if we'll see Tina Fey walk by. Probably not, but if you're a fan of any NBC products or NBC shows, this is the heart of that. Oh, what's up, Mr. Pigeon? You just chilling? That pigeon's just chilling, man. He don't care. Fly south, pigeon. It's cold. Though, for real, seriously, these pigeons just don't care, man. They're just hanging out, man. Maybe they're going ice skating or something. I had no clue that these pigeons just owned this city. Kind of adorable, really. Hey, Mr. Pigeon. You know, you don't gotta walk. You can fly, buddy. You can fly if you want to. Go ahead and fly, man. If I could fly, that's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be walking on these dirty streets. Decided to walk down here to the Rainbow Room, the observation deck for NBC Studios, to see if we could get up there real quick. But unfortunately, if you didn't already have tickets, there's a line to get in to go to the top of the rock. And I got a plane leaving in just a few hours, so don't think that's gonna happen today. But I'll put it on the bucket list. Now, just across the street is Radio City Music Hall, where I was once fortunate enough to actually participate in the brand cast of the 2018 Creator Summit and actually hang out in there a little bit for a while with some other YouTubers, watching people like Ariana Grande and OK Go and some other great people. It's a heck of a venue, and their Christmas Spectacular is apparently from November 8th and January 5th. I just missed it. I would love to see the Rockettes doing their thing. Now, I know Beverly Hills is famous for the shopping, by the way, but if you're in New York, look at these watches. Hi. Talking about some really, really incredibly expensive watches. Some expensive jewelry in general. I mean, these vintage American coin cufflinks are only 49 bucks. But everything else, a little overpriced. Again, this is really cool because, like I said, I didn't even really know where I was going today when I got out of bed. I knew I was going to the Nintendo store, but now I'm just kind of walking around New York. I'm probably only going to walk a couple of miles. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to walk the whole city or anything, but it is nice to be able to actually explore and see some stuff I wouldn't have otherwise seen. Most of the time, I just go from destination to destination, and don't have to do that anymore. I can get out and wander and see cool stuff like this, like, oh, this makes me miss I miss Sammy so bad. I get to see him in like 12 hours. I'll be home soon, boy. Waiting for my Uber to go over to Times Square. And just behind that bus, I want to show you this beautiful fountain across the street. I don't know what that fountain is or what this building is. 1251, I think, Rockefeller? I don't know what that building is, but hopefully it can give you a good idea of the grand scale we're dealing with in New York City. So many people just on top of each other. And if you lived in the city, I don't know who could afford to live in the city, but if you can live in the city, there's never a lack of things to do or people to meet. It's pretty much the opposite of where I live in Arkansas. I kind of love it here. I mean, if I'm being entirely honest, it's a great place to visit. I wouldn't want to live here. But here is the last thing I wanted to see in New York for this particular trip. It's loud, it's crowded, it's bustling, it's noisy, but it's also Times Square. Right there is the famous red steps. Currently blocked off though, only a pigeon can go hang out on it today. For real though, take a look at this place. Billboards as tall as the buildings themselves. This has got to be the absolute epicenter of consumerism. This is capitalism gone wild. Let's stop off here in Times Square and go ahead and get a snack. She's working on a hot dog for me right now. $8.95 for a hot dog. It's pretty expensive, but I got the Times Square since I'm in Times Square. Why not? Here's what I got. I figured I could splurge a little bit since I skipped breakfast and it's already about 2 p.m. I got the Times Square hot dog. That is a hot dog covered in it. Buttload of mustard, grilled onions, grilled peppers, and some bacon on top. Not a bad little treat. I figured people like to watch people eat, so we'll do that. But I figure with this epic backdrop here behind me, oh my, I'm gonna get mustard everywhere. But I think it's so worth it. It's good. It's not great.
Probably not worth the calories. But it's worth it for the cool shot, the cool video, the cool backdrop. Don't think I'll finish it though.
Back at my hotel to pick up my luggage and my rental car. Hoping that's going to be around 30 minutes or so. Give me one last chance to sit here and take a look at the New York City and just say goodbye. This ended up being a much shorter trip than I was expecting, but you guys have to remember, just 7 days ago, I flew out to Palm Springs, then flew into Jersey, then drove up to New York, so I'm going to go home and edit all the videos that I've shot. I think I've got content for 6, 7, 8 videos all lined up. I just have to get home and edit it. I want to say, let me know if you enjoy these personal videos. I feel like, for the most part, I like doing this, showing you the experience that I'm having, but I don't want to put it into the core videos. I want to show you the stuff when it comes to the core videos, but maybe every so often, as I begin a trip or wrap up a trip, in between the actual pieces of destination content, I can have a little content that shows me talking to you, having a little bit of fun. So let me know if you like this down in the comment section below. Let me know if this is the video that you would like to watch, or you're just more interested in the specific content itself. Either way, I want to say, guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon. If you do like these videos, drop a like down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And turn off that notification bell, because that is the most important way to help out a growing channel like this one.